I got a new pizza. We ate the pepperoni one last time. We have a new pepperoni one this time. Yum, yum. This is lesson 5.2. Welcome, third graders. We are talking about fractions during this unit. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about how to name certain fractions. So let's take this pizza that we have right here, and I can count to figure out how many pieces are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can see that this piece of pizza right now is being delivered right into my mouth. Right? You can see somebody's got a little spoon there. They're going to give it right to me. So I will have eaten, once I eat that piece, I will have eaten one piece out of 8, right? When we think about the number on the top, that's called the numerator, and that is the part, right? That's how many pieces are eaten or shaded or whatever. The bottom number, the denominator, is not the rest of the pieces, it's all of the pieces. A fraction is a part over a whole. So if I eat one of those pieces, then I would have eaten 1/8. Well, let's just say that then I was hungry and then I ate another one. Right now I have 2/8, and then I ate another one. Now I have 3/8. Then I ate another one. Oh, my belly's getting a little full. Now I've eaten 4/8. Am I going to eat some more? Yes, I am. Now I have 5/8. Now I've eaten 6/8. See, I'm adding these together, right? They're all going right in my belly. Now I've eaten 7/8. And now I have eaten 8/8 of a pizza. Okay? 8/8, which means the whole thing. So what I want you to know here is that 8/8 equals one whole, right? How many pizzas did I eat? I ate the whole thing. I ate one pizza. And so anytime you have a number with the numerator and the denominator the same, that is equal to one whole, right? It doesn't matter what the numerator and the denominator are. They can be anything. Right? I could have 82 out of 82, and that equals one whole also, right? All of these fractions, when you have eaten, when the part is the same as the whole, they equal one whole. All right. That was a lot to introduce here at the beginning. Our objective here to be able to represent fractions using standard notation, right? That means numbers like 1/8, like this, and words and drawings. Okay, and we're working on this part here where we're understanding the fraction, okay, and what that is. So let's think about this here. The pink fraction circle piece is the whole. Show 1/3 of the pink piece. All right, I remember we did something like that yesterday, right? eToolkit here, and eTools are over here, and whoop, what did I just go to? Nothing, I think. All right, and fraction circles. And we had a pink piece. Let's get rid of one of them. And then we had to split this into 3 parts. Do you remember which color did we use yesterday to split this into 3 equal parts? The light blue pieces, right? So let's take 3 of those. And we now know that these are the same. Okay? So let's keep going a little farther with this time. How do we know that one of these, how do we know that one of those equals 1/3? Okay, we know that because we have 1 and 3 of them would fill up the whole piece, right? 3 of them fill the whole thing, but we only have 1. Okay, so this is 1/3. Let's put that right back up there. All right, go a little farther with this now, right? So when we talk about 1/3, right, and our fraction circle was about that much, right? So this much. We know what these mean. Okay, I've introduced this to you already. What is in this fraction 1/3? What does the 3 mean? What's it mean? It's the total. It's all of the pieces, right? All of them. What's the 1? The 1 is how many are shaded or eaten or whatever, right? Usually shaded in a fraction that we're looking at on paper, right? So the 1/3 is represented like that. Let's do a different type of 1/3. Now we're going to take the yellow piece. The yellow piece will be our whole, right? We can have fractions. We have all different types of shapes for fractions. Let's get out one yellow piece. And we want to show 1/3. So we want to break this up. Yesterday, we broke this up into halves, right? And we used the blue pieces for that. Today, we want to break it into 3 parts. Which of these, right? It's going to be one of these two. Do you think it's going to be purple or green that has 3 pieces that equal this yellow piece? All right, it's green. And how do I know that? Let's get them out, right? And remember, you have access to this on your computer, and you also cut out all of the fraction circles from the back of your first math journal. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 covers the whole thing. Why isn't that? Oh, there we go. 3 covers the whole thing if I turn it right. So our denominator is 3. If we only have one of those, then we have 1/3. This is 1/3 of this big piece. Okay. So we can see that the numerator is the number of pieces and the denominator is how many pieces in all. Let's bring some of those back there. If I wanted to write it as an addition problem, right? I have 1/3. Oops. Disappeared those. Let's get these back out. 1/3. Here comes another third. Plus 1/3 plus 1/3. And I'm not worried about these guys right now. Okay. So I have 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. Why can I not get that to connect? There we go. Okay. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3. Remember, we said that if the numerator and the denominator were the same, then that equals 1/2, right? So 3/3. All right. Let's not pull out the orange piece because I want to make sure we get to this. So we can represent fractions in a variety of different ways. We can say the number of equal parts. We can say the words, right? So if we have 1 out of 2, right, and we're going to color this in here. Beautiful coloring. Oh, I got over the lines a little bit, but you get it, right? We could write words for that. We could write 1/2 or 1 out of 2 equal parts. And we can also write the digits, 1/2. Let's look at the next one and do this piece. You can see that these are the ways we would say that: 1/3, 1/3, 1 out of 3. And then the fraction would be 1/3. Okay, down here, let's just shade in. We're still shading in one of those pieces. So we could say 1/4. What numbers would we write? 1/4. Yeah, when you're typing it, you have to remember, you have to use that key. It's the same key as the question mark. So you write it like this and you don't put any spaces there. 1/6. 1/6, not sixths. What's the fraction for that? 1/6. And for 1/8, we've already talked about 1/8, right? When Mr. White was eating pizza. All right, so we can think about fractions in words, pictures, and with the number. So when you're looking at the following page, you want to think, if the word for the size of the part is blank, so let's say thirds, how many of these pieces make a whole? Or into how many equal parts is the whole divided, right? So we could have, if we had 3 here, then we would have 3/3. If we wanted to describe one part of that, then that would be 1/3. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3, right? 3 out of 3 is the whole thing. All right. let's take a look at the example on Math Journal page 154. Okay, so here is the picture. The whole is the pink piece, right? And so you've got these and access to all of these, so you'll want to have those out. The whole is the pink piece. So what are we going to do? Okay, this is just the example. If we want to show 2/3, then we have to break this into 3 equal pieces. And you can see they've done that. 1, 2, 3. And then covered up 2 of them. This is just like the one we did earlier with the blue pieces. Covered up 2 of them. So 2/3, and we could write that as 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. Okay, so let's cover these questions real quick. Which fraction circle was the whole in our example? The pink piece, right? What does the 3 in the word 2/3? In this 2/3, what is the 3? Okay, it is the denominator. It is the total number of pieces, not just the blue pieces, but all the pieces. And how does 1/3 plus 1/3 represent the same thing as 2/3? That's just kind of an adding problem, right? If this is 1/3 and this is 1/3, the two of them together equal 2/3. All right, on that page is our objective, right? To be able to represent fractions using standard notation, words, and drawings as we work to understand these. The rest of the page looks like this. So you'll want these fraction circle pieces. I'm going to highly recommend those. Okay, the whole is the orange piece. So we have covered up 3 out of 4. See, 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we wrote 3/4. And then I want you to think about what the number sentence is here. Okay, and then it happens again here. Now we've covered up all of it. You can see 3/3. You get to fill in the rest of them. Okay, and then you get to shade some of the things here based on what you see over here. All right, so we can write fractions we can represent it with a picture, with words, and with a number sentence and a fraction. All right, third graders, if you need any help with fractions, please let me know, and good luck.